Good morning, it's Ernie again, and another children's story I'm going to share with you. This is, again, one of my favorites, and I've did this several times in this church, and I've gone to nursing homes into this children's story, and I've did it in the past, and I really, really love this story. I got to be honest with you. And it starts with a bar of soap. And I don't know if you can see that up close on the camera or not, but that is ivory soap. It has to be ivory soap that you use for this little demonstration. And so I challenged the people. What happens to this bar of soap if you put it in a microwave? Have you ever thought about that? Inquiring minds want to know. And I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, who in the right mind would ever put a bar of soap in the microwave? I have no idea who discovered this children's story. Found it on the internet, so obviously there was some daring person did that. I must say the first time I did it at home in my wife's microwave, she was pretty dubious about the whole thing. So my question is, what happens to this bar of soap if you put it in a microwave? And so you'll have a whole range of answers, and some answers you maybe don't even expect. And I've had everything from it's going to blow up and splatter everywhere, to it does nothing, to it kind of melts into a little puddle of water kind of thing. And so you'll have all these different answers. And so I took the liberty, you maybe noticed that we have the microwave here, and I put a bar of soap in there a couple minutes ago, and it takes about 2 minutes. You put the bar of soap in for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on the strength of your microwave, and voila! This is what happens when you put a bar of soap in the microwave. Isn't that really cool? It's just it's kind of fragile, but it is it's all puffy. And it's beautiful. I think it's a real work of art. Who would have thought putting a bar of soap in the microwave would do that? And so, to me, this is a lot like Jesus in our life. We go through life, and life is good. A bar of soap, there's nothing wrong with it. We're all packaged up nice and neat. But when we accept Jesus into our heart, something really, really exciting happens. We start to see possibilities. We start to see how we can be a light to the world. And when we get together with other Christians, this is where this beauty comes from. The secret to this soap is that it has little air bubbles inside. And so when those air bubbles get in the microwave, they start rubbing back and forth, get excited, and they blow up into something beautiful. And I think that's a lot like church. I'm sure you've been in churches that you walk in, it feels dead, and no life. But if you come into, say, Atwood Presbyterian Church here, there's life. You feel this excitement. You feel this beauty. It's more than just a bar of soap. It's this amazing thing that you get to look at. And so that's kind of where I go with that children's story. But I was going to suggest to you that in this time of pandemic that, we do have children that some are having a hard time processing this. I was talking to one grandmother. Her grandson is very scared to go out in public and stays at home. And so, this might be something you could use to talk about how, life before was kind of like this, but life has changed now for some people. What does that mean for you? And to know that in these trying times, something does beautiful come out of it. And that is actually part of Scripture. It is a Scripture promise that we read in the Bible, that every time God's people went through turmoil, darkness, God brought new life. He brought a new understanding of how life should be and moved the people forward. And I'm really hoping that this time of pandemic, that when it's all over, that we will get back and we'll discover something new of what it means to be human, how to act in the world, and to show the world something beautiful. Have a great week.